Could a third party bring the same 1983 action and get prospective relief?
Yes, Your Honor. That's Judge Oldham's fellow protester example, and that only proves the point that my friend on the other side fights the premise that the necessarily implies test is satisfied. That proves that it is, but that's the whole point, is that heck is individual to the person. Section 1983 is not always and everywhere available to everyone. You've got to be within the class of persons. And in McDonough, this court said that it is the plaintiff's conviction we're concerned about, because we want to tie the proper person to the proper claim.
Well, I understand all that, but if a third party can bring the exact same claim, why would the petitioner be precluded from bringing a legitimate 1983 claim?
Because of the extant conviction. And Heck tells us that we want to put the proper person before the court with the claim. To give the most famous example ever, Roe versus Wade. There was a doctor in that case, and then there was Roe, that both were bringing the same challenges, but the court said for abstention reasons the doctor wasn't a proper.
Well, I think actually in Heck, our concern was smuggling habeas claims into 1983 actions. But my point is, my question goes to whether or not, if a claim is a legitimate 1983 claim, how can it be a habeas claim smuggled into 1983?
Well, we think Heck departed from the habeas channeling rationale and added the independent rationale of the common law. And that was the debate between Justice Scalia and Justice Souter, and it added this favorable termination rule as an element to the 1983 cause of action. And unless and until a person with an extant conviction can meet that bar, then he doesn't have a claim accrued. And Justice Roberts, to your point about collateral consequences of this particular ordinance, I would point the court to JA 71. Under this particular ordinance, if there are multiple convictions, there are enhanced punishments under the ordinance. For example, if there's a second conviction within a year's period of time, that individual would be essentially removed from